So I saw you, my love. Out of everything I have lived through, every royal event, every important meeting, every difficult decision, every victory, every loss, there is one moment that changed my life forever. It was the moment I saw you. It sounds so simple. Just 3 words. I saw you. But those 3 words changed everything I believed about my future. Before that day, my life was already planned. I knew where I would go, who I would meet, what people expected from me. Every hour of my day belonged to someone else, my family, my country, my responsibilities. I accepted all of it, because that is what princes do. We learn very early that duty comes before comfort. We learn that emotions must stay hidden. We learn that people watch every step we take. So I stopped expecting surprises, until I saw you. You were standing there, completely unaware that someone across the room could not stop looking at you. You weren't trying to get anyone's attention. You weren't trying to impress anyone. You were simply being yourself. And somehow, that was enough to silence every voice inside my head. For the first time in years, I forgot who I was supposed to be. I only remembered that I was a man looking at the most beautiful soul he had ever seen. People often ask me when I knew I loved you. They expect me to say it happened after months, or after our first trip together, or after I asked you to marry me. They are all wrong. My heart made its decision long before my mind understood what was happening. The truth is, I loved you from the moment I saw the kindness in your eyes. Beauty can catch attention. Kindness captures a lifetime. You smiled at someone who could offer you nothing. You thanked people others ignored. You listened more than you spoke. You carried yourself with quiet confidence. That is what stayed in my heart. Not your dress, not your appearance, your heart. That was the moment I realized something. The world had introduced me to many beautiful faces, but only once. It introduced me to a beautiful person. Do you know what happened after I went back to the palace that night? I tried to work. Documents were waiting for me. Important phone calls had to be answered. Meetings had to be prepared. But every few minutes, I found myself thinking about you. I remembered your smile, your voice, the way you looked at people with kindness instead of judgment. I smiled without realizing it. One of my advisors asked if something good had happened. I simply answered, nothing. But inside, everything had changed. The strange thing about love is that it arrives quietly. There were no fireworks, no dramatic music, no grand announcement. There was only one simple moment. I saw you. And after that, I could never see the world the same way again. Before meeting you, success meant building something bigger. A bigger company, a stronger reputation, a greater future for my family. After meeting you, success became much simpler. Success became hearing you laugh. Success became coming home early enough to have dinner together. Success became watching you fall asleep beside me after a long day. You changed my definition of happiness. And you never even realized it. There are things I have never confessed to you. Sometimes when you are speaking, I stop listening to the words. Not because I am distracted. Because I become lost watching the way your eyes shine when you talk about something you love. Sometimes I notice little things that you never notice yourself. The way you tuck your hair behind your ear when you are nervous. The way you quietly smile before saying thank you. The way your face lights up whenever you see children. Those little moments, they became my favorite memories. People think powerful men collect expensive things. Coaches, properties. No, I collect memories of you, because those memories are worth more than everything I own. My love, you once asked me why I always notice when something is wrong with you before anyone else does. The answer is simple. Because I pay attention. I have memorized your smile. I know the difference between your happy silence and your tired silence. I know when your eyes become quieter than usual. I know when you pretend everything is fine even when it isn't. You cannot hide those things from me. Because I have spent years learning your heart. That is what love does. It teaches you another person's language without them speaking. Sometimes I wonder if you know how much you changed me. Before you, I trusted very few people. I expected disappointment. I believed every relationship had conditions. Then you came. You never asked me to become someone else. You simply loved me exactly as I was. That kind of acceptance healed parts of me I never spoke about. You gave me something this palace never could. Peace. Real peace. The kind that cannot be bought. The kind that cannot be borrowed. The kind that only grows between two people who truly trust each other. The world outside these walls is complicated. Every day brings another challenge, another responsibility, another difficult decision. Sometimes I return home carrying the weight of an entire kingdom. But you never ask me to leave that weight outside. Instead, you quietly help me carry it. Sometimes by talking, sometimes by making me laugh, sometimes by saying absolutely nothing. And somehow, that is enough. Do you know why I still look at you the same way I did the first day? Because every morning I discover another reason to fall in love with you again. Love is not something that happened once. It happens every day. Every time you smile. Every time you believe in me. Every time you wait for me after another long meeting. Every time you remind me to eat because I forgot. Every time you place your hand in mine without saying a word. I fall in love again. If someone asked me to describe the greatest moment of my life, they might expect me to speak about becoming a prince, or signing an important agreement, or receiving another honor. I would simply smile. Because my greatest moment lasted only a few seconds. It began with 3 words. I saw you. Everything beautiful in my life began there. This marriage. This home. These memories. This happiness.